Just a quick update. I know it's been a while since I posted a video, and funds are low, difficult to do, little time between work, school, and trying to coordinate family along with car. But I managed to get the manual bearing on. The I was looking up a lot of YouTube videos about the bearing, how deep does it have to go, so on and so forth. There is really no information out there about that. So do understand if you're doing an automatic to manual swap on a 240, the pilot bearing that comes out, it's a lot wider, it's a little bit thicker than the manual pilot bearing. So they don't sit the same inside the pilot holder, that little hole where the rear main seal, I believe it is, where that's at. Anyway, when you're putting in the pilot bearing for the manual transmission, just make sure it's flush with the actual rim in the inside, not the one on the outside. There's a thick one in the outside, there's a smaller one in the inside where the pilot bearing goes into. Make sure that pilot bearing is flush. That's how deep it has to go. Once that's done, you go ahead and put your dust cover and go ahead and put in your flywheel, which I have just started. Once that's done, I have to torque the bolts for the flywheel. I still have the clutch to put in, pressure plate before the clutch, clutch before pressure plate, and then the pressure plate, and start reinstalling everything back on. I am doing a swap, so I'm still missing the clutch master cylinder. I'm still missing the conversion line for the fluid from the clutch master to the slave cylinder on the transmission. I have an S13 pedal, which I know the base of it is different. It changes because there is some type of platform, extra bushing on the S14 pedal that the S13 does not have. If you compare them side to side on the base that mounts onto the chassis of the car, you'll be able to tell the difference. So I was wondering if any one of you guys out there had any ideas, just until I get the clutch pedal. I'm probably going to go ahead and try to use that S13 clutch pedal. These pedals are expensive. They're freaking $200. I mean, brand new, I understand they're $200, but they're also hard to find. No one has them used. So that became an issue. So just to give you a quick look at what I've done. So here goes my flywheel. Here goes my dust cover. It does change from the automatic to the manual, because the manual dust cover is just a piece in the bottom, I believe, along with some brackets, but you can toss that out, you don't need it. Get the manual one. This shield I fell upon by luck, because I could not find this shield if my life depended on it. So pilot bearing flush with the rim of the inside, shield, and then your flywheel. Make sure you use the right bolts on here, because these bolts are very important when it comes to the function of the transmission. You can go ahead and torque these bolts when you're done. Once you're done with this, you can move on to the next step, which is mounting on the clutch and pressure plate. There is an alignment tool which you can use in here. They give you all that stuff on the kit. So we'll get back to it. I'll see you back in a little bit. What's up, everybody? This is the next day from me working on the car. I didn't get to finish my video because I ran into a couple complications. Complication number one is that the clutch pressure plate guide holes that line up to the flywheel guide pins don't line up. So that's what happens when you buy eBay products. So it'll still work because the bolts to bolt up the pressure plate onto the flywheel do line up. So easy fix, I'll just get one of those drill bits that make bigger holes. I'll do that, and I'll go ahead and install the bolts once I have them. Number two, that is my second problem. I don't have the bolts to put up the pressure plate, because I am making this car from auto to a manual. So 2 things to put on the clutch. 3 is the bearing holder that sits inside the transmission where the clutch is. I don't have that holder, so I have to order one. Once I have that, then I can go ahead and install the transmission and allow you guys to watch me through that. I believe that the bolt size are 16 millimeters by 8 by 1.25. If I am wrong, correct me so I don't purchase the wrong ones. I do need some help on that. I looked it up, but I keep running into 16 millimeter and 18 millimeter. Not sure which one it is. I think one's for S13, the other one's for the S14. So once I have all the other parts online, I'll go ahead and get the transmission, the clutch, and everything installed, and I'll come back to you guys with another video. It is Father's Day today, so happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I do apologize, it is a short video. Until next time, peace.